Good evening, one and all. I am Paranormal Ripples, back again with a live. So it's been a while, everyone. I've been up and down and not really in a good frame of mind and trying to sort out this 3K special for all the Fame is on its way. But like I said, I've been up and down, so I've not really been feeling myself and trying to get back into the schedule now for all of you. But yeah, I'm joined by Shay tonight.
Hello.
And we have got episode 46 of Secrets of the Stars, which you'll think is which is kind of crazy. But what are we going to be talking about? You might be asking yourself, well, ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages,
Whoa.
we well, you never know who's watching, do you?
True.
Basically, what we're going to be talking about is Prince Philip, and we're also going to be talking about Alexander the Great. So, for all of you that don't know about Prince Philip, he was married to the late Queen Elizabeth II. Philip died in 2021. So, yeah, hello to everyone who's in chat. I know you're watching, make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And, yeah. So, yeah, Prince Philip died at age 99. Yeah, he didn't make it to the 100, sadly.
Damn, bro,
So
was 1 year away.
He was 1 year away from getting a card from the Queen, as well as a good morning kiss. But yeah, he apparently saw Bigfoot, everyone, in Balmoral in Aberdeenshire. You know, that big blooming cryptid animal that everyone in America blooming claims they see everywhere. Yeah, apparently Philip saw it in Balmoral, according to someone who was a UFO expert claimed, called Mark Christopher Lee. He said he's got passed information on by a credible source out of the Buckingham Palace, and he's going to investigate Philip's sighting further. So, and this was not present day Balmoral, but if anyone wants to know, this was in the 1970s. So, hello Cockney, how you doing, my lad? But yeah, so yeah, of course, like I said, Bigfoot is more common to North America, and so before I carry on and everything, I'm going to ask Shay here. What do you think, Shay? Do you think it's an hocus pocus rumor, or do you think he could have actually seen Bigfoot over here?
I think it was just Larry from down the street.
It does seem funny that even though it's a Chinese and Balmoral, you'd think, you know what I mean? You wouldn't really like think, if you know where Balmoral is, everyone. I'm going to try and get a good aerial view for everyone. But yeah, right. Present. Share my screen. Share. Boom. Here we go. So here's where Balmoral Castle is, because Princess Alice Memorial is there. This has been there with somewhat home for the royals ever since the Victorian times. Obviously. Look, because Braemar Castle's down here. And another Knock Castle down here. But look, there's a lot of woodland and foresty areas around here. Yes, I did Cockney. That was interesting. But yeah, looking at this, it could have been plausible that he did see it, but why ain't there been any? I'm not saying in a way to discredit the king, well, prince, or no, I'll say king because he technically was king, even though he wasn't given a title. But why weren't there like more like people going, "Oh yeah, we've seen this in this country, we've seen him." Why is it that it's only in America? Why, Yeah, and I know the UFO like desk got closed up over 20 years ago here in the UK. We don't have a fucking literal department like America do to investigate all this. But what do you think, Shay?
Not too sure, to be fair.
Just seems kind of weird that there not been any other sightings, isn't there?
Yeah.
There might have been, but like weird. Look how much wood and forest areas there is. So he could have seen it, and it was in the 1970s. But it just seems kind of weird, 1970s, Aberdeenshire, and then you see Bigfoot.
Yeah, it's like, why was there no other reports about it?
Yeah, like why weren't any reports for that at the time around that area? And it's like and it's like funny how it's Philip,
And no one
this
else.
guy. Was
Who
Philip
looks...
actually? You know what I mean? Was he getting like? Was he like? I'll come put it in a weird, not in a weird way, but no. Was he literally just like shitting a brick to tell anyone? Oh, boy, I've seen such and such. He's a member of the royal family, so if anyone was going to believe a member of the royal family, and that they'd want to, not saying it would be a thing, but apparently he was walking in Balmoral, and as I was just telling everyone, look, there's obviously, look, Princess Beatrice's cairn, look, Prince Albert's cairn. Obviously, like I said, this has been used by the royal family since the Victorian ages. So they've obviously, and that goes on for miles and miles. It just seems kind of weird, though. Look. You see it, look. Wherever they took the walk, so, seems kind of weird to me, if you ask me. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments if you're watching on catch up and that, and if you're watching live. But yeah, basically, yeah, he said that he had some this Mark do the research and found out about Prince Philip and seeing Bigfoot at Balmoral. He said he had some contact with the palace, and there was some sort of Bigfoot at Balmoral that the Duke of Edinburgh saw once, and just once only. And this was in the 70s at Balmoral. And then all the signs of Bigfoot have commonly been made in North America, and reports of the Yeti, which is believed to be the same creature, has come from like as far as the Himalayas. Would you believe, everyone? There has been reported of signs of these creatures and that. And there's been loads of sightings in England at Box Hill in Surrey, but not Balmoral, which is even crazy. And then also the actor who was in and an actor who you might all know, Brian Blessed. That larger than life character. He previously revealed that Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth both was actually adamant that Bigfoot was real, and that he once met a man, and they once met a man who claimed he was kidnapped by the family of Sasquatches. And would you believe that his favourite film, Prince Philip, was Flash Gordon with Brian Blessed in?
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah. He said that he revealed that the royal couple met a tracker called Albert Osman in Vancouver during a trip to Canada, who told him that they had been captured by a family of the mythical ape men during a fishing trip in Venezuela, of all places. And the Queen, when they were staying in Vancouver, said she wanted to meet him and everything. And basically they spent an afternoon with him. He told his story, and he didn't like to repeat the story by all accounts, but he told the Queen the whole story, and the Queen immediately believed him. So did you, Cockney? Yeah. But what I'm going to ask is why, if the Queen and Philip believed these stories, right, and they were adamant with them, why did it take so long for it to see the public eye?
Yeah.
You know? Seems kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? And I know everyone who's just tuning in. We're just talking about Philip here, Prince Philip, seeing Bigfoot in the 1970s, potentially. And so the Queen and Philip believed this trapper in Vancouver, and but yeah, what makes it weird is that Philip saw this Bigfoot or Yeti or whatever in Balmoral, but most of the signs for this creature are in Surrey at Box Hill. Was it someone who actually knew about a visit in Canada and come and just played a trick on him, or like, or was it like even before? What was it before? You know, check that. I don't want to give everyone the wrong information. No, doesn't say what year they went to Canada. They just said. So, what do you guys think? Everyone in the chat, comments if you're watching on catch up. Also, make sure to hit that like button. It's just kind of crazy, isn't it, Shay?
Hmm.
Like, this is one that doesn't make sense to me. Right? Like, why has it took so long for it to see the public eye? That, oh yeah, Philip saw Bigfoot, by the way. When you hear everyone going on, oh, I've seen Bigfoot, I've seen such and such. You don't hear everyone going, oh, Philip saw one, do you? Until now.
Yeah.
Seems kind of weird, if you ask me. Let me know what you guys think in the chat if you're watching live, what your theories are, and also in the comments on catch up. And then I'll just get out the next article now. We're going to move on from Philip and his Bigfoot sighting because it is kind of crazy. I'll just leave it there. Now they reckon there is a werewolf up north as well. A dogman turned out matched the king's ears old Bigfoot. You see that, Shay?
Strange.
So yeah, moving on. I've got the next article up in front of me here, everyone. And as you can tell by the title of the stream, anyway. We're moving on from one royal family member to another. Two women I've seen at their house not long ago. Now that doesn't surprise me because but it's kind of crazy that these sightings are happening more and more frequently now. But Phillips is the one that sticks in my mind as a weird one because let me know what you think anyway. And but now, like I said, we're going from one royal family to an ancient royal family, Alexander the Great, who died in Babylon, and we're talking about there's potentially shedding light. Well, they're shedding light on this potentially. A few days ago in North Macedonia, archaeologists have been uncovering stuff, and this could be the birthplace of Alexander the Great's grandmother. It's a long lost capital city, which is even more nuts. I'll share my screen now, this image. Look at that.
Oh, fucking hell.
North Macedonia, everyone. Yeah, I believe that, Cockney. I said that in one of my alternate reality stuff about CERN. I'll talk more about that in a minute if you want. Because I think a lot has happened. But yeah, this is an article which I saw. Archaeologists have discovered long lost capital of ancient civilization linked to Alexander the Great and his grandmother. So, the kingdom of Lyncestis, a site that was once the thriving center of power long before the rise of the Macedonian Empire. So basically, yeah, they use laser-equipped drones here to map the site's terrain. The discovery took place near the village of Chernobyl, where remains were first identified in 1966. Seems a long time ago. Long dismissed as a mere military outpost, the site has been radically interpreted thanks to a LiDAR survey carried out 2 years ago. But yeah, there's been some surprising artifacts challenge the timeline. Look at that. So yeah, look, Alexander the Great's lifetime. The perhaps most intriguing was the discovery of a coin minted between 325 to 323 BC during Alexander the Great's lifetime. This find upends earlier theories that dated it, the city's foundation, I should say, to the reign of Philip V from 221 to 139 BC, long after Alexander's death in Babylon. So, look, Bronze Age roots. So, yeah, if you want to have a look at this, I'd recommend going and have a look. But, it is crazy. Like, look, like these layers build a compelling case for Lincus being more than just a footnote in ancient geography. It may have been a vital part of Macedonian dynasties. Without Eurydice I, we don't have Philip II, Alex's father, nor do we have Alexander the Great, said Angeloff. Like, It's nuts. And it's only just taken until now to uncover this stuff, you know? Like, yeah, I can understand that it takes a while for things to happen, and I'm not dissing out anyone, so don't worry. But why do you think that is? Why did it take so long, do you think, Shay?
Because we're stupid. That, and I mean, think like Letopolis, for example. That was a thriving city, and then the desert overtook it. Over the course of so many years, they tried rebuilding it, and then the desert said, "The fuck you trying to do?" and took it back in like a matter of a good couple of decades. So I think it's like the same thing for other places. Eventually, places that we know would get overtaken by like the Earth and all that jazz. Cheers.
Yes. That is an interesting footnote there, everyone. And I think also what it also is a point here, and I stress this for anything, you know. Yes, LiDAR has found cities under the sand, exactly. But also what's done it, I think, everyone.
No, they haven't found Letopolis yet.
No, but what makes it a compelling thing, though, I believe, is that there's more technology than there was back in like the 60s or 70s, you know. They could have done that. But obviously now you got, like they said, like the laser penetrating drones, so you can do better like reconnaissance and that. You can do better stuff with the LiDARs, like you know, thing to everything's advancing, but at the same time it's just like they shouldn't. If they've been there, so I take that the first thing there was 966. No, no. They obviously had an inkling that in 1966 that something was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were just like gone, right, we'll come back to it and that. And they'll keep on digging, and we could have had a bit more of a. They could have had more, or it could have been stuff there which ain't disintegrated yet, you know, over time. So it's kind of like, say a catch-22. And if his grandmother was there, and that's what started the roots of his royal bloodline, Alexander the Great, it's an interesting thing that it was in North Macedonia all along. Because there's a lot of theories that he weren't like Macedonian, and you know what I mean. His bloodline wasn't Macedonian, but if she was born, if she was there, it's like, you know. Kind of nuts.
Yeah. Oh.
But what I'm going to say here is, everyone, like, we'll probably find more. Too much sand. Looks like someone or something guiding stuff. Yeah, but what I'm going to say here is there's a lot more empires out there that we need to find the answers for. Obviously, the obvious one everyone will want to know about is Atlantis. Was that like real? Was that fucking like a fucking like scholar's fucking dream palace? And he's just gone, I'll put that down as a like fiction. Then you got Lemuria, whatever you want to pronounce it. Where you're from. Then you got what's other one that they want you? And there's that the fucking land kind of thing that's coming closer together now. You know, like thing with Russia and Alaska, it's like touching again. But yeah, but when we first had that fucking earthquake or whatever that split everything apart. Then they were about that far apart. Now it just seems like the ice is melting and we're getting them closer and closer together again. Like it's like even just Gibraltar, the Gibraltar Strait. That's now in now, and it's like, hang on, I'll show you everyone what I'm on about. Hang on, if you don't know what I'm on about, we've got Russia and Alaska.
What's happened?
Did you know there's an island in the middle of Russia and Alaska?
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
It's always been there, but it's been getting bigger and bigger.
I don't remember this one at all. No.
No, yeah, that's
I remember that one.
Obviously, like when it all freezes over and all that, and you're able to like just basically walk across it.
Yeah.
That island was like used. That island's used as like a rest spot.
Oh. Yeah, I don't remember that. The Bering Strait, yeah. Part of my mind don't actually remember that. I remember this one and that one. I don't remember that fucker. But yeah, yes, I did Cockney. I did see them big statues. But yeah, look how close that is though. Russia and Alaska now. It's nuts. But I think the biggest thing though that is crazy is look how close the Strait of Gibraltar is now. Look. That's actually nearly touching again. You see this, Shay?
Yeah.
This is basically nearly touching again, which is nuts. And that's going nowhere now. Look, that's nearly a fucking connection as well. I remember years ago, Italy used to be. I know it's there still a little bit, but yeah, it always used to be known as the boot of Europe. It's just crazy to think how many places there are. Everyone that are touching. Look, even look here, Djibouti and Yemen. Look how close they are together. Exactly, Cockney. It's soon going to happen. But look, I don't remember some of these places being that close to one another. Hell, like Israel and fucking Egypt, I don't ever remember touching. I don't remember these touching. Do you, Shay?
Roughly. I mean, Israel is like the connection point for Egypt and the rest of Europe, or like the Middle East. But
I remember the Nile just being all the way there, and then they were just like had to cross the Nile. Now it's just like straight up land. Look. Look. There's probably a bridge there, but you know what I mean? It's like this is just crazy. It's like over here. Denmark and Sweden got connected because of that bridge now. which is crazy to think that a bridge connected. But you know what I mean? Them two were never going to be that. Was never ever that close. Yeah, I'm gonna have a thing going on. Right, so it is no map. This is confusing me. Right, so it is Australia. Not New Zealand, yes. Right. Yeah, this was in 1400, and look, Israel and Egypt were touching back then. That's nuts. Hey, look how far apart though Denmark and Sweden were.
Fucking hell.
Look. I'm saying, when we were out on Old Bridge, they had to do the old-fashioned thing.
Swim.
Yeah, boat it. But now look, there's a bridge. And if you know, it's a landmass though. It's weird. Just seems weird, you know what I mean? I could rewind everyone, and I could some of these places were like this, but some of them I don't even recall off the top of my head that they were that close. And that comes back to what Cogney did, everyone, yeah, about CERN taking us into a different dimension. They could have, and this is the stuff that I don't even remember, but what else does? Look, I even looking at South Korea and Japan. I don't ever recall South Korea and Japan being that close. I could be wrong, but I remember Japan. Look, like I'm here. Look how close Japan is towards that. Look, Japan's close there. Look, to Russia's island. Look. I don't remember Japan being off that far from Russia. I could be fucking wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if CERN has taken us into a different dimension when they've done their fucking power-ups and everything, it's weird because this something's not computing to me. But that's Russia, obviously. Look at that. So technically, they're that close for Russia from invading Japan. With just landmass. And I don't even remember that. Like, I don't even remember this island being here for Russia. I remember Japan literally being from where that island is, like right here, going down here, like that. And then it was well from South Korea. But the way it is now, South Korea and Japan are basically touching, and Russia's got an island here which basically touching on Japan. Like, what? I don't know what everyone else is thinking. No, just trying to see something. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, everyone. It's kind of confusing to me, you know.
Yeah.
Let me know what you guys think in the chat, but yeah, I'm confused. What do you like, Shay? Because I'm like trying to get my head around it. Shay,
Yes.
what are you thinking?
It's weird because it's like you think about it and you can't remember if this place was closer than this place.
Like I said, I don't even remember this island from Russia being here, or if it was further in because Japan. I remember being, yeah. No, definitely something going on. If I remember correctly, Japan was like that, like coming down here, not like this curvy fucking worthy thing. No offense, Japan. Amazing culture, but look, it's like I remember it being like that. And then because South Korea and Japan weren't even that close. Look. So basically you're telling me that if you're in let's pick a place. Yeah, Madeira Island. You can literally see to Korea. I don't remember that. Or Busan, look. If you're in Tsushima, look, Tsushima. Terrific game, by the way. You can see to Busan or Busan. I don't know. And look how close Japan is to China. I don't remember Japan being that close to China either. And yes, I know everyone is a map and it's not close, like, you know. But in comparison, they're probably miles away, but feels close, you know. Because there's Nagasaki. We all know what happened in Nagasaki. But Shanghai there, look.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? It's just like something's not adding up. I could be wrong. And then could be the other way, you know. Yeah. I could be wrong, and I could have it like completely wrong, and but I don't remember any of this. And then everyone, if you're watching, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're enjoying this. Like, this is another one that's confused me. I don't know if anyone else have it. Cyprus. I remember Cyprus being here. I don't remember Cyprus being over here. I remember Cyprus being here. In this splotch.
Maybe it just got bored of smelling pizza in the morning, so it decided to scoot away.
Yeah, but whenever you hear Cyprus, everyone used to say, "Oh, it's near Greece." No, it's near Turkey. No, I remember it was like really. Then Malta was there, obviously. Then there was like Cyprus, then Greece. Turkey never had anything. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, everyone, and yeah, I'll hold my hands up if everyone can. Like, but I remember that. It doesn't look right to me. Cyprus over there. Like I said, everyone, if you leave a like and sub if you haven't already. We're nearly coming up to the end of the show and the shameless plug hour. But yeah. If you want, I'll do another stream tomorrow, and I'll go more into the map and what I remember. If you want, everyone. Because hell, Hawaii, I remember being closer to America. Hawaii, I remember being about here. Not over there. Because I don't know what you guys think, everyone in the chat, but or watching on catch up, but now I will do a live tomorrow and talk about the map if everyone's interested. But yeah, Hawaii I remember being close to. Cyprus I remember being in this middle of the fucking Mediterranean. Japan I don't remember being like this. I remember being like this, and that island of Rosh not being there, and you know. Yeah, I know Cyprus is near Turkey, and that's the thing now. But I don't remember that Cockney. I remember Cyprus being there because everyone was going. You had the Maltese, like the Maltese people, and they were like Italians. And then you had the Cypriot Greeks. Now you got Cypriot Turks. But I remember Cyprus being there, and I think there's a passage by was it Plato or something saying that when when I think I was talking about Atlantis, they went past Cyprus, Malta, and now past the Strait of Gibraltar. This is what I don't get. We all have different memories. We should have different memories. If we're on the same planet, we should all have the same memory. Yeah, I'll do a map special tomorrow. I think I need John as well in here, and then as many people in here as possible to try and see what they remember, eh?
Yeah.
This seems a bit like Confucius says one thing. Confucius says, "I'm gonna fucking confuse you." That's what it seems it's playing at. Like weird.
I'm quickly gonna go to the toilet. I'll be back.
All right, when you get back, I'm going to sign off so then you can do your shameless plug. Power. But yeah, am I wrong here, everyone? If we're on the same planet, we shouldn't be having this. We shouldn't be having different fucking memories. I could be wrong. Like I said, am I wrong? Like, am I wrong? Like, we're 2025. We should be having the same memories of every event. We shouldn't be having different memories for different events. That's like me saying, "Oh, GTA 6 come out for me today," but then finding out, "Oh no, it's coming out next year." Like, and I'm like, "Well, that's funny because I remember getting it yesterday." We shouldn't be having different fucking memories.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, we shouldn't be having different memories. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what you think, Shay. Before we come back to this tomorrow.
I mean, we should all have the same memory of where something was, not different, if you get what I mean.
Yes.
That's like British people saying, "Oh yeah, Britain's in the top hemisphere," and like, I don't know, for example, Africans saying, "No, it's in the southern hemisphere."
Yeah.
When it's not, it's on the fucking moon.
It's like with South America. This was another one that very popular. Everyone remembers South America like more times than not being underneath, just here, directly underneath. But it ain't. It's like this. But yeah, I need to get a fluid sphere for a globe. Yeah, the globe. That's so. Something that doesn't seem to add up though. And if it's CERN, they've got a lot to answer for. Like I said, I know I've gone into on CERN in alternate reality archive before, but I've talked about some map changes, but these latest ones have confused the fuck out of me because I don't remember shit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it here for everyone. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, all that good stuff. Send love and try and get me a new brain sorted because I need it after all this fucking information. I'll tell you that. But before I go and I'll sign off for the night, I've got this is the shameless plug hour, as we like to call it, where I basically tell Shay to shamelessly plug his channels, so you go over and sub to him as good subscribers on my channel. So
even though I haven't posted a single thing on either of them in a month.
No, but he's planning on doing a big fucking live. I must admit, he has been planning behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So go on.
Right. So we got Eagle Vision Gaming. It's just focused on like anything, to be fair. game wise.
Yeah.
The first game I plan on playing is Assassin's Creed Origins, or maybe Valhalla. We'll see by Thursday. Depends. Then there's Metal Panzer X, which just kind of focuses on like War Thunder, Enlisted. I need to reinstall it. And a few other games that I may play. Might even include like, I don't know, like a Fortnite stream or something. I don't know. You'll just wait and find out.
Yeah. But for damn sure, I'm going to be tuning in. I know that much, and I might even be a part of one or two. So you best all go over there and give him a sub on both channels, everyone.
Yeah, or I'll be knocking on your door with an AR-15.
It's England, Shay, not America.
You can still get AR-15s over here. I've looked.
I know, I'm taking a piss.
Just because it doesn't fire 5.56 doesn't mean it can't shoot a metal BB.
Yeah, so go and give him a sub, everyone, and tell him that I sent you over, and watch his streams on both channels. And yes, Mandela effects are going to be a key part of tomorrow's Dyke show. So if anyone's got any Mandela effects, come in tomorrow and we'll talk about everything. I'm going to try and get John on. He'll be up to it. Going to get Shay on, obviously.
AKA Mazda Miata.
Yes. And might include Cam. Depending. Because I need to see who has memories of what, so we need a good variety, you know. So yeah, go and sub to it. Shay's channels, everyone. Big love to you all. Stay amazing, stay awesome, and
don't crash your car.
Good advice, especially if you're on the phone. Wait till you got your knees on the wheel.
Yeah, otherwise I'm nicking the car and you ain't seeing it again.
Take care, everyone. Have a good night. Bye-bye, everyone.